Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So if any of you are looking for my Dax or Aussie video, it is public holidays in both those countries, so no video today. If we look at what happened on the Dow Jones last night, so we were waiting for some results to come through. Those results did come through. Earning results came through. Not that bad. Sort of not even really a mixed bag. Actually, quite a reasonable set of results that came through last night. And we had a bad jobs number, which was basically expected. And we've basically sold off, and we've sold off a level. I just want to highlight the level. So the red line here is that weekly level we spoke about yesterday. Okay, I'm going to keep it on the chart. It is a 61.8. It's quite important that that level stays visible to us at all times. Then we turned off this level here. Now, if you look in the near term, there's nothing really here that indicates for a reason for us to turn. But if you look further back, you'll see tails the downside here. Okay, tails the upside, tails the upside, tails the upside, tails the upside there. So definitely that was a level that we were stretching for. The other thing is, if you look at the daily, that is sort of this swing low here. Okay, and I just scroll a little bit to the left, you'll see there is a what I refer to as a Brooks gap here, and that's pretty much what we went back up to tag. Although we'd broken through it, it is an area where there was some buying and selling. So there was he was selling off there, and there was buying off it there a few days earlier. Okay, anyway, just a quick view of, it's always good to have a look at where this thing turns. The next thing I want to look at on the daily is pretty much this wedge, which I still believe is in play. Okay, I know a lot of people disagree with me, but until I see a break above this area and a retest of that area, this wedge is still in play. This to me is a retest. So basically what that means is we have a daily double top. That pattern there, okay, is the red bar is ever so slightly bigger than the green bar. So that could be seen as an engulfing bar, or alternatively as just an inside bar. But I suppose for me at this stage, that is an engulfing bar. That is a bearish pattern. Depending on the bar that I see today on the daily, that would dictate my overall view of what's going on. Okay, but nevertheless, let's get rid of the diagonals. And let's get down to some levels. So firstly, I just want to get to the 4 hour because there's something brewing on the 4 hour, which is fairly significant. That's this double top here on the stochastics, which is diversion compared to what price is doing. Okay, now the other thing that I want us to look at here, just get this level correct. So just look to the left, you see these two tails to the upside. Let's just do that. You see there's one fractal there, one fractal there. Pretty much a zone. You can see we found support there. You can see we found some support in there as well, resistance and support. So this is the area that we need to be paying attention to. So as far as I'm concerned, a break below this and a retest, that validates a move to the downside. What I would expect is the break to come down to sort of this area here, which is this tail, and then to pull back and test that area. That is going to validate a trend change on the higher time frames for me. Okay, so at this stage, trend is still up. Okay, granted we've broken through the moving averages at the moment, but we are above the 150 at the moment as well. So trend is still up, and I should be looking to trade with the trend. Okay, so no real positions here until we have a pullback, and I'm going to show you on the hour. I think it's probably where it's going to come up a lot clearer. Okay, so look to the left. Look at this congestion here. Okay, pointless trying to chase a short here. You're just going to burn yourself. We have fallen below the 150. Okay, so now let me just start adjusting these levels here. So there is a inside bar, and quite a significant inside bar, because we've got another 3 hours that we fiddled in this area. Here's another area where we used that as resistance. We then used it as support there. We use it as resistance there. Okay, I'm not going to go further back than that. But that is a significant level that we have broken through. Okay, so it is an Asia session, and Europe is, well, most of Europe is on holiday today. So I don't think much is going to transpire through the morning session. It's probably as soon as Asia shuts down, it's going to go quiet. So I think you'll be looking for something to happen later tonight. So with that in mind, I'm just going to take this bottom level here and move it up there. That there is the most logical level for me to see a pullback to. Okay, so you can see moving averages are pointing down, indicating that we are tired at the moment. We are moving off. We are selling off right now. Oscillators are saying we are at a level, which is true. We are definitely at a level here, these two levels here. So in order for me to get in on this, I'm looking for a pullback. There hasn't been a decent pullback. Okay, if we look at the converse on going up, we broke through our moving averages here, came back to test them. Break above that high there was our opportunity to get long, and then we went long. So at this stage, for the downside, we haven't really got that opportunity. Okay, I suppose we could argue in hindsight that that break below that fractal was an opportunity, possibly. And if you're trading a Bull Williams strategy, you probably would have found that would have been an entry on the Bull Williams strategy. But for me, I'm really looking for a decent swing setup, either to the upside or to the downside. And we're going to need to break below this area that we just have now, but I need confirmation. Okay, so we do have a solid bar below here, and we are retesting. If we retest and we sort of go sideways for most of the session and then drop below here, I will take that trade. That will be a short. My stop is going to be above 24,078, and my entry here is going to be below 2400, so 23,997 or 996 or something. Just leave myself a little bit of wiggle room in case it just ends up to be a bit of a tail and then a bounce. Okay, so there's a few ways of doing this, of taking that entry, and one of them, which I would prefer, would be a 15-minute close below this line. So 15-minute lower low gives me an entry with a stop above there. Okay, to the upside, there is more than likely an opportunity to get some kind of a trade to the upside if we break through a level. But the level that I'd be looking to break through is not this one at the moment. Okay, there's just too many tails here. So I would almost assume, I'm just going to use this level here, that we would come sort of back to this area here. And if we retested that area, that's also short. But what I'm getting at for the long side, you're going to see a breakthrough here with a 15-minute. Then the distance to the next level is too close. So that's not something that I really want to see. So I'm going to ignore that level and just run to a confirmation on the hour. Okay, that's my level on the hour. And I'll just change that color to a red. Okay, and that's what I'm looking for. This one here is something I need to pay attention to because we have a swing low and we have a swing low there. We've got a bit of a gap here as well. But that's kind of the area that I'm looking for. Okay, so stuff is getting confused here. Let's delete that. And I want us to keep this bottom level in because that is something we need to pay attention to. If we break through 2400 and retest, that is a fairly good opportunity to get short. I just want to see some kind of retest of a level. We have retested already in the Asian session, but definitely want to see a different, little bit more of a retest here. Okay, so we do have some data today, and I just want to see the Germans on holiday, the Swiss on holiday, Italians on holiday, the French on holiday, the Spanish on holiday, Singapore's on holiday, Hong Kong's on holiday, Russia, India's on holiday, Brazil, China, South Korea, South Africa. So a lot of people on holiday at the moment. So the UK market is open, so there may be a little bit of moving. But for me right now, this is really looking decent for the setup that I'm looking for, which is a continuation to the downside. So my bias is still bearish. That flag is still in play, and but also the 61.8 is also still in play. Although still a little bit of confusion, and the levels that are significant for me is this 2400 area. So I would like to see a bit of a pullback. So long as these trend lines, these moving averages stay pointing down on the hour, the trend is to the downside. We have broken through the 150, so that is starting to confirm that the longer term trend for me is the downside. So what I'm looking for is a breakup, and I expect choppy action here around the 150. I expect it to go up and down. You can see here's the 150 here. See what price action does on the 150. Come back a little bit, see what price action does on the 150. See what it does there. See what it does on the 150 here. Look what it does there. Okay, I think you get the point. We'll look at one more here. Look at the price action on the 150 here. Look at the price action on the 150 here. Okay, I think you all get the point. 150 EMA is something that you need to look at and backtest, do your own analysis, and get your own mind right around how people are using that, or traders are using that for confirmation of trends and also entry and exit points. Okay, right. So summary for now is the trend on the hour is down. It has not been confirmed though. Okay, so this red line here as well. Just get that. Just get that previous level. No, that previous level was up there. No, probably up there. Just get back and look at that one. Yeah. Okay. So the previous level that we were that was causing us a lot of resistance was 24,400, which is pretty much where the next red line is drawn. So if I look at that on like a 4-hour, that would make sense as an area that I need to get back and retest. Although I had a bit of a retest there. Okay. If I look at that on the 3-hour, you'll see similar scenario, but we haven't had a retest, but we've got a moving average crossover here. Okay, so obviously I want to see a retest. So a couple of things here. Just watch each of these levels, and I think keep this level in of 24,400 as well. That was a previous area of resistance, and it was a daily high here as well. So if we just come back here, I don't think that's going to be a Fibonacci level, maybe of this move. 50% Fibonacci of the smaller move, not of the whole move, so it's just this move, so after the swing high. Okay, not really concrete for me. I would rather take it from the top here. And it's still pretty close to the 50%. Okay, so shorts for me right now, decent short entries, that is a retest of 24,250, or alternatively a retest of 24,400. What I'm looking for is on the 15-minute chart. You could probably even trade it off the 5 if you really wanted to, but I think 15 is a little bit more secure for me. There's less noise. So what I'm looking for is a breakup and a retest of one of these 3 levels. So I want to see this kind of price action. So I want to see green and then a red pin bar, or I want to see a green bar with a red inside bar like that, or an engulfing bar like this, or this kind of price action here. So I want to see some kind of price action at this level. Ideally, I'd like to see the moving averages also staying in this direction, but on the lower time frames, they may cross over and come up. So you just need to go back to your hour and double check that your hour is trending down. Hour trend is down. I want to go with this trend, so I'm looking for a bounce up here. The question on my mind would be would I leave it on the weekend? Over the weekend, debatable at the moment. It depends how far we move through the session. So if we get a decent pullback and we start moving, or we get a break here and a retest, and let's say we're down 500-600 points, yeah, I would leave it over the weekend. If we're down like 20, 30 points, then I'd probably just stay out of it. Take my profit and wait for Monday for another setup. Okay. So anyway, guys, long-winded today, but this is an area of interest for me. A little bit of a range here. I do think we've got some continuation coming, and that continuation for me is, as a first point, at least down to 22,580. Obviously, we're going to need to break through that area, so that would be my first target area there, which is 2300. Let's round that off to 2300. So 2300 would be my first area. Then I'm looking for 22,580. If we get through that zone, then there's nothing here to hold it up until the gap. And this wedge, remember the wedge has a measured move, which is massive. And I'll just take the smaller measured move. And the smaller measured move takes us down to, what's that, 15,900. Okay, that's the smaller move. And then we have an even bigger measured move potential here as well. Okay, don't know if that'll transpire. I think the Federal Reserve Bank will definitely just start printing money very quickly. So 13,500, 13,560. Okay, quite frankly, I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're going to get a bit of a pullback, or even back into the test of lows and just get a range of some sort. But that's pretty much what my view is at the moment. Okay, so this is the trade I'm looking for. I'm looking to get down to these levels, which is a decent 1,000 points to the downside. Okay, anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and we will catch you later. Cheers for now.